Today, how faith in a garage built a global business. Are you ready for it? See, he had a vision from God, but his business was a wreck. It was hemorrhaging money and headed for almost certain failure. Inventory was piled high in a dusty garage. Orders were getting lost, and the passion that once fueled him was being suffocated by his own disorganization. He was on the verge of losing it all. She too, and maybe you too, recognize a garage moment. It's the blind spots that you don't know can be illuminated and removed by community that changes everything. See, this isn't just another startup story or struggling strategy. It's about what happens when a divine calling collides with human messiness. It's about how the two were brought together and can be a community that simply refused to let him fail, transformed into a global force built on a foundation stronger than concrete and more reliable than any business plan. Like for so many of us, it all started with a fire, a purpose, a powerful sense of calling that you were convinced came from God, an idea, a product that you believe in, and a drive to build something that matters. See, your business is not just a way of making a living, but it is a form of worship, a platform to create value and to honor God. Now, this is a powerful motivator. We see it in faith-driven entrepreneurs like Marion Wade, who founded ServiceMaster with the core mission to honor God in all we do. Or David Green of Hobby Lobby, who started making picture frames in his garage with a $600 loan guided by biblical principles. You have the why down cold. The problem is the how. See, the garage is a perfect picture of the birthplace of a dream, but it's also a chaotic maze of good intentions and bad execution. Shelves overflowing, paperwork a disaster, and no system for anything. A one-man show or a one-woman show spinning a dozen plates all at once. Product design, manufacturing, marketing, shipping, and customer service drowning in the manual tasks. It's a classic blind spot. But passion without a plan just leads to burnout. Family life strained, energy gone, and doubt starting to creep in, trying to be a good steward of this vision, but the numbers don't lie. The joy of his calling in this story was being replaced by the constant grinding anxiety of just trying to stay afloat. The wheels were no longer on track. And see, in my situation, they came off track because I put a ladder to hold it up as I was trying to get the emergency cord, and they came off track, and I had to go get somebody to fix it. See, in the story today, my entrepreneur was totally alone. Because see, entrepreneurship can be an incredibly lonely road. And when you've tried or and when you're tied it to faith, that loneliness can feel like a spiritual failure. It's not more faith or more hustle or a big miracle that is needed. See, the big moment, the turning point for this entrepreneur came in the form of two friends that just didn't show up to judge or to lecture him. They were there because they cared and they could see that he was drowning. They asked pointed questions, practical questions. Where's your inventory list? Where's your actual process for getting the orders out the door? How do you know if you're even making a profit on each sale? And are you servicing appropriately? What have you been called to do? He didn't have good answers. And right there in the middle of his chaotic garage, the blind spots were lit up. With loving honesty, his friend showed him what he couldn't see on his own. He wasn't failing because his vision was wrong or because God had left him. He was failing because he was trying to do it all alone without wisdom or accountability. See, this is a vital role of community that we so often miss in the myth of our heroic lone wolf entrepreneur. See, we need people who can see what we can't, people who will speak the truth with compassion. Proverbs, the 11th chapter and the 14th verses, where there is no guidance or counselors, people fall. But in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. A community committed to meeting every week, to being the sounding board and accountability. See, the vision then is no longer yours to carry alone. The change did not come overnight. It started with one small practical step, cleaning the garage, or in my case, fixing it. See, building the foundational systems for business, the physical act of bringing order to the chaos was a mirror of the shift happening in his mind and spirit, and should be one happening in yours. Tackling his operational blind spots one by one, creating a step-by-step checklist for processing so that nothing gets missed again, tracking finances with precision, finally getting a clear picture of what was making money and what is draining it. These might sound like business 101, and they are, but they are also acts of faith. Honoring God in your business isn't just about playing worship music in the workshop. It's about pursuing excellence in every single detail. As Colossians 3:23, my favorite passage of scripture says, whatever you do, work at it with all of your heart as working for the Lord and not for human masters, not to man. Let your work become worship through the quiet discipline of doing small things with great integrity. See, that structure, that community gives the resilience to not just survive, but to build a foundation for real sustainable growth. The fear and burnout will fade, and it will be replaced by the quiet confidence and a renewed sense of purpose. This story brings a truth to light that every entrepreneur, especially those of faith, needs to hear. You were not meant to, to build in isolation. You are not made to build in isolation. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or on the edge of burnout, the answer might not be to hustle harder, but to humble yourself and invite others in. Find your people. Find a group of trusted advisors who can give you wisdom, support, and accountability. Whether it's a formal mastermind group like my Queenpreneur Accelerator or my Kingdom Coaches Business Builder, or just a couple of friends who get it. Community isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for lasting success. If any of this sounds familiar, I encourage you to not sit on the sideline alone, but jump right in. Experience what it's like to link your shield of faith with others and do the great and mighty thing that God has placed in the inside of you and in the inside of each of us. I invite you to book a strategy call with me. It's a vision breakthrough call. It will be a profound 30 minutes of pouring and projecting of potential. So go to my website, chontahaynes.com/vision, and schedule that one today. Because see, tomorrow isn't promised, and merely surviving is not your destiny. Also, I'm going to encourage you to subscribe for more content on mixing faith and business, and share in the comments how community has made a difference in your journey. See, with a solid foundation of operational excellence and community support, business grows consistently and reliably. Customers will notice the difference. Orders will be accurate and on time. The care will be evident in every single package and service. Soon, the organized garage will need a larger space and employees. Remember the principles of companies like ServiceMaster, which was built on the goals of honoring God and helping people develop. Establish fair wages, well above the minimum, just like Hobby Lobby was famously done. Your business will become a ministry, not just by being preachy, but by showing love and integrity in its actions. The growth will keep coming. Ship products around the world. Technology is a tool for expansion, helping you to serve a global customer base. The core values are your company's non-negotiables: honesty in marketing, fairness in pricing, generosity in giving back. The business itself becomes a testament to your faith. It's a vision from God, but it still needs a spirit-led wisdom and a community-driven work to become a reality. It's proof that you can build an enterprise that is both profitable and purposeful, successful in the eyes of the world and faithful in the eyes of God. See, the story I told you is a powerful reminder for every single entrepreneur with a dream. Queenpreneurs, kingdompreneurs, your vision is valid. Your passion is essential, but neither one can survive in a vacuum. The road from a garage to a global business wasn't a straight line. It was a story of near failure, humble surrender, and the incredible power of community. It teaches us that our biggest blind spots are often pointed out by people walking beside us. It shows that faith in business isn't just a mission statement, but a commitment to integrity, excellence, and stewardship in every practical detail. And it provides that you don't have to choose between your faith and your success. In fact, when you weave them together the right way, one fuels the other. So if you are in your own garage right now, feeling the weight of a big vision and a messy reality, take heart. Don't look down on your humble beginnings, but please don't try to do it all alone. Reach out, build your community, clean up your corner of the world, because the calling on your life is far too important to be derailed by a blind spot you were never meant to see on your own. I'm Dr. Chonta Haynes, the Destiny Designer, empowering you to walk boldly in identity, cultivate sustainable impact, and steward unstoppable success across faith, family, and future generations. I'm helping you put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of the day. God bless.